When I don't go to the gym, I don't feel rested. I feel trapped. I get restless. I get grumpy. My mind starts racing. It feels like I have all this energy and it has nowhere to go. Like I'm caged. And then I work out and everything settles. Not hyped, not euphoric, just balanced. Welcome to the bench session, where we unload the weight one session at a time. I'm Juan, and this is a space for real talk. The kind that doesn't always make it into group chats or gym conversations. There's no guests, there's no filters, it's just me, a mic, and my truth. Let's get into it, shall we? Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, good New Year's. Let's talk about New Year's. Everybody gets this surge of motivation. Everybody starts talking about the new year, new me. I actually noticed something this year, at least so far. I was at the gym on New Year's Day, and I was expecting the crowd. I was expecting the mob, the no space to work out, nothing. And to my surprise, for the past couple of days, it's not been packed. It's been, normal crowd has been there, and it has not been crazy packed where you can't find a spot to work out, you can't find parking, you can't do this, you can't find a locker. None of that. I was pleasantly surprised about that. I don't know, maybe because New Year's didn't land on a Monday or it landed on Friday. So everybody was kind of like, no, we're going to wait till Monday because that's when we start working out and we start changing our lives, right? But I do notice something about just on days that I don't train, especially when I don't want to say I'm forced to just sit still, but it's just, I got busy or I had a planned rest day. I still don't feel myself. I can't sit still. I can't just, I don't feel calm. I feel boxed in. My mood goes up and down. It shifts around. I can be really, really grumpy with people, even my loved ones and everything like that. I get really, really short, and I catch myself after the fact. But I'm also very distracted. My mind is always thinking of things that could be doing, thinking of things that haven't been done yet, and stuff like that. It's not that anything's wrong with me. It's that my body, I don't know, I guess it has a whole surge of energy and stress and pressure that it needs to be released that it's normally released through my workouts. And since it's not happening, and it just turns inward. And then that's when my mind just goes chaotic. It's, there's a difference between, resting and stagnation. Real rest feels intentional, like you want to just chill, you want to relax, you want to just take the breath in and be still. Obviously, stagnation feels like you're being, you're kind of stuck. When I choose to rest, I have to incorporate some kind of activity, some kind, I don't want to say workout because it's not really a workout, but something that keeps me moving. I can't sit on the couch watching TV and doing nothing all day. Just even running errands is not enough. I need to do something that, I don't know, makes me feel like like I'm doing something, like it's sweeping, cleaning up the house, stuff like that. Something that takes my mind away from just being restless and like I don't want to use the word caged animal, but it kind of feels that way in a sense. And that's what I try to avoid as much as possible. And I don't know, my body just doesn't sit still. It's like I have fucking ADD and ants in my pants and I'm just bouncing around. But here's the thing. I think a lot of people get confused with doing nothing and with recovering. When for some of us doing nothing actually makes things worse, like I just described, I get so angsty and irritable. It's ridiculous. But when I'm supposed to just rest and recover, even though I still do some light, I don't know, some walking on a treadmill or cleaning the house and stuff like that, something that's light and not stressing my body out, that's usually enough to release the tension and the energy that I have. And it, like I said, it's different. It's well, I guess we can do active recovery versus just sitting around doing nothing, being a couch potato. I can't do that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to love just binge watching TV all day and sitting on the couch, getting up to just go to the bathroom or get some food and then coming back. But now I just I can't do it. I can't. I get it's not a good day for me to be doing that kind of stuff. It's just I just feel horrible. And this is not something that I read in a book about how your body reacts to these kinds of things. It's something I noticed because I paid attention to myself. As much as I am aware of my surroundings and in being aware of every situation that I'm in, I'm also aware of my own self. Personal awareness is the key to pretty much knowing when something is wrong with you and how to address it and how to move on from it, how to fix it. When I move, I lift, I sweat, I push, my thoughts slow down because I don't have to worry about anything. The only thing that I'm thinking about is the workout. How many sets I have left, how many reps I have left, what's my next workout after this. And I'm fucking retarded too. Don't get me wrong on that. Sometimes I'm in the zone and counting my reps, 1, 2, 3, and then something pops into my head, and then I'm back, and I'm like, oh wait, how many reps did I do? What number am I on? What set is it? And I don't completely fucking fall off track, and I have to continue going. And sometimes I do more sets and more reps for one particular exercise just because my brain wandered off. I am pretty sure a lot of us go through that. But I mean, after the workouts, when they're done, I'm tired. Obviously, I'm exhausted from the workout, but I don't feel like I can't function anymore. I don't feel like 100% drained. I feel okay. I feel normal. I feel balanced. I feel like everything is back to where it's supposed to be, and I can go about my day. Like even though like now with my job and everything, I'm actually working out towards the end of my day. So in the evening when I get home from work versus waking up early and just going to the gym and then starting my day off that way. But I know even at work throughout my day that I am going to work out. So my day is going to feel complete. And on the weekends when I take a rest day or I get lazy and I just say, fuck it, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go today. I feel that unsettledness, the unbalanced part of myself. I feel like something is not the way it should be. And I don't know if this is, just simply about the gym. I mean, I want people to think about this episode as me saying you need to go lift weights because this is exactly what you need to do. It's about understanding what regulates you as a person, as an individual. For some people, they like to go out for a walk. Other people, they prefer go running. For some, it's working with the hands, creating, building, doing stuff, idle hands and all that other stuff. The point isn't the activity, it's just more of the release. Like for me, working out is what helps me. It helps my mental state. It helps my mental health. It helps me feel better about myself, just feel better about the day, feel just, all around feel better. Because the energy with nowhere to go and turns into frustration and turns to being irritable and turns into mental noise. And I'm trying to avoid all of that. I'm trying to just be, I don't want to say zen because that's not the correct word, but I just want to be able to be me, calm. That's, just sit here and just go, just breathe and not worry and not panic and not stress. It's just be calm. I mean, many, many years ago, I was that guy. I was that guy that could be calm in the middle of the chaos, be calm in the middle of storms and stuff like that. Like stuff that didn't shake me. But now, married, kids, and everything, I lost that. I lost that ability to be calm. And right now, like things shake me, and I hate it. I wish I could go back and not lose my family in that process, but just go back to how my brain used to function in the terms of being calm and logical and critical thinking, and be aware and be able to look at all the possible outcomes of my situation and choose the correct one. I can still do that now. It just takes me a lot longer because I hit that freak out moment. I hit that tantrum moment. I hit the panic moment, and I have to sit through and deal with that panic. And once that passes, I'm able to finally take a breath and figure out, okay, this is what I need to do to get out of this situation. So I would love to be able to reset just my brain back to what that was. And the gym helps me with that. Even something as simple as just doing cardio, like the bodybuilder that I follow on YouTube for a long time now, Seth Ross, he has, similar way of thinking where if he doesn't do his cardio or he doesn't work out in a day, he does not feel himself. Everything is off. Everything's chaotic. So I feel the same way when I don't have some kind of workout into my day. I feel off, and I need to do some kind of something in order to help release and help my brain function better. Like I said, for me, it's the gym. It's working out, it's doing cardio, whether it's, elliptical, bike, walking, jogging, whatever it is, lifting, whatever you need to do, or whatever I need to do for that day. That's what helps me. For you, some of you may read a book and be okay. Some of you may need to just sit in peace and stare out your window, stuff like that. And it's that kind of thing that helps us regulate ourselves. And I urge you, take a moment here and figure that out for yourself. Figure out, like, when you don't do something in your day, whatever that thing is, how off is your day? Stuff like that. And that's the kind of thing that I want you to make sure you're able to incorporate into your day to day in order for you to be who you are. Everything feels out of whack without movement for me. When I don't move, my thoughts stack up. Little things feel bigger than they really are. Like I said, my mind is chaotic and it's just mentally cluttered. And moving, being active, being, lifting or whatever it is I'm doing, it clears that out. And, to put it in a better visual, it's like shaking a snow globe. Once you do that, everything's chaotic at first, and then after that, it settles. That's what working out does for my mind. It settles it. And that's just what works for me. I mean, let's be honest. When I don't train, I'm not a fun guy to be around. I mean, the gym isn't just for me. It's probably for everybody else's safety too. Because even when I don't work out and I'm off, my wife is like, what the hell's wrong with you? Are you okay? You're stressed, you're tense, you're grumpy, you're snapping at people. And then if I don't catch myself beforehand, she catches me. And then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't work out today and didn't get any kind of activity. So my brain's fucking retarded right now. But that kind of thing is like, knowing yourself changes every aspect of your life. Once you notice what keeps you balanced, you can stop fighting that and start doing it, incorporating into your day to day. I don't feel guilty for the fact that I need to have some kind of workout, some kind of activity in my day in order for me to feel balanced. I don't feel guilty. I don't label it as an obsession. You can say that I'm obsessed. And if that's the case, sure, call me addicted to working out. I don't care. I'd rather be obsessed and addicted to doing something that A, I enjoy, and B, is actually good for me and for my body and for my mental health, than be fucking hooked on drugs, hooked on cocaine, nicotine, shit like that. I will choose fitness over that any day of the week. I don't try to force myself to be still just because it sounds healthy, or it's been 14 days in a row that I've worked out and I need to just sit and do nothing. I don't do that. I will listen to how my body reacts, and if my body feels rested, I'll keep going. If I need to ease off and have a slower day, or easier lifting day, or easy just cardio day, then I'll do that. But I'm not going to force myself to just sit here, because it will not be good for me mentally, and it will not be fun for anybody else who's around me at that time. See, right now I just took a nice, big exhale, and I feel so much better. Some people find peace in stillness. With my religious background, I do find peace in stillness when I am in that mindset. But right now, my mindset is mainly on decluttering and finding the old brain that I had. So until I get there, being forced to be still is never going to work. If I feel that I need to be still, I can't be. So there's that difference. If I'm forced to not do something for a day, I don't feel good. But if I feel that I can sit here and be mentally okay saying, I'm just going to sit here, meditate, or just sit here and stare off into whatever I'm staring off into, and I'll be okay, then I'll be fine. Right? Right now, though, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I need to have a kind of workout, some kind of activity that makes me feel better. And knowing that about myself didn't make me rigid. It makes me stable. Balance is not a one size fits all. Sometimes it's not about slowing down. It's about moving enough so your mind can finally rest. Think about that. Thanks for sitting with me today. If this resonated with you, pay attention to what regulates you, what brings you back to center, what makes the noise go quiet. Don't fight it. Learn it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Same bench, same real talk. Stay grounded. Stay real.